Good evening. How are we doing? 2 things to remember when changing your health and fitness habits that often no one talks about or tells you, but I will. Is that number 1, it will probably be harder than you think it will be. And number 2, it will probably take longer than you think it will be. But that doesn't mean it won't be worth it. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. That doesn't mean you should do something else, because the thing that is sustainable, the thing that works the best, will be hard, and it will take probably longer than you've got in your head of how long it's going to take. That's why often we give up, and that's why we fail and then go back to where we were and try something else. It's a vicious cycle. The problem with that is we never actually get any results because we keep quitting. And something that we've seen in this 5-day kickstart is the best group, hands down, of how they've kept engaged the whole week, how they've kept asking questions, taking action, seeing the benefit from protein intake to vitamin D to getting exercise in to completing the tasks even when they don't feel like it. Like this video now, like it's 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Normally I do these videos like 5 a.m, 6 a.m, latest. This is the morning chat. I haven't missed one of these since 2017, which is crazy, right? It's hard to do that, don't get me wrong. And I talk about this a lot. It's something that I'm quite passionate about doing, sharing one message every day. Small habits, compound effect. And it's like, when I think it's good to remember that in the grand scheme of things, you don't remember the hard bits either. So if you think about it, if I think back, when people say, oh, you studied nutrition, didn't you? Yeah. People just think, oh, you just studied nutrition. But when I then go, so I spoke to someone about it today, actually, because I don't know how we got onto it. But I said about, I studied at Loughborough, did a master's, then I wanted to go deeper into nutrition. And I applied for another master's at Oxford Brookes University. And they were like, oh, you need A-level chemistry for this, but you haven't got chemistry. And I was like, oh, even though I've done a postgraduate at Loughborough, I still need to do A-level chemistry. They were like, yeah, so you need to go back to college. So I've just done a postgrad, and they said, I've got to go back to college and do another A-level, even though I've just got a master's degree. And I was like, blimey. So I had to go back to college, do a A-level chemistry, which is probably harder than any degree I've done, or postgraduate study, because it's just so factual, isn't it? And then go back and do my study nutrition. And the reason I'm sharing that is because nothing's ever straightforward. But when I look back now, I just think, oh yeah, I just have to do that. But at the time, it was like, oh, that's hard. But then, years pass and you just go, oh, this is what I had to do. And had I in that moment go, oh, can't be arsed, it's not really worth it, probably wouldn't be sat here now. Probably wouldn't be as passionate, and I don't mean this in the wrong way, but as critical in my knowledge of nutrition. It's not just about knowing what to do, it's about critiquing research. Knowing how to interpret research is a real skill that I wouldn't have learned had I not gone through that. So remember those 2 things. It's going to be harder than you thought, and it's really going to take a little bit longer than you thought, but it's actually easier than starting, because you actually get somewhere, you learn so much. That's how you get sustainable results. That's what we do in our 28-day kickstart. We help you get results that last. People have seen amazing results even in 5 days in our kickstart, which is amazing. Anyway, have an awesome evening. Lucky Saint. Happy Friday.